Okay, we just finished tying the lamb to the pole and then putting the lamb in the pole in the rotisserie. As you can see, my cousin is basting the lamb with oregano stalks. And since we just started, I think we're looking at 4 or 5 or 6 hours of basting and turning and maybe a little bit of retying. We tied the lamb onto the pole with the string, and you can see that the pole has holes in it, and we've put those stakes through the backbone of the lamb and through the holes in the pole. So that should hold it pretty good for a while. You got to give that lamb a nice massage. Make sure it's got enough oil on it. That's what helps for it to brown very nicely on the outside. And then he's squeezing a little lemon on there too, and that'll help it brown as it cooks. We've also sewn up the cavity where all the guts were and stuffed that with a bunch of lemons. Gary, how many lemons do you think are in there?
I think we've got about 5 lemons.
There's about 5 lemons in the cavity.
Cut up.
Cut in half and squeezed.
We coated the cavity with olive oil, salt and pepper, oregano.
Lemon juice.
Lemon juice.
Yep. Okay, we'll check back in a little while and see how we're doing. Okay, here we are in the second hour of barbecuing this lamb. And of course we're doing this because it's Greek Easter. Today is actually Sunday, the day of Greek Easter. And as you can see, after about an hour, it's starting to turn a little brown. And again, Gary is putting some more basting on there using the oregano stalks. And then we got a pretty good heat coming out of the charcoal. So everything seems to be going good so far. Everything seems to be tied real well. Nothing's flopping around, so it looks good so far. It looks like we have another 3 or 4 hours of this. We'll be checking back in another hour to show you the progress. And then, of course, later on today, we're going to have about 25 or 30 people over who are going to partake in eating of this lamb. Okay, here we are. We're starting our 3rd hour of barbecuing this lamb. And if I could get a close-up picture of the lamb rotating on the spit here, you could see the eyeballs and you can see a little bit of right there, the tongue sticking out. So back in the old days, the old timers used to eat the brains and the tongue and the eyeballs, but well, we don't do much of that anymore, I guess. So anyway, we're putting a little more basting on here, and as you can see, going into the 3rd hour, some of the skin is starting to tear away from like right there, and as soon as it comes around here, seems like it's on this side. Right here, there's some skin tearing away, so we're getting there. Looks like we have 2 or 3 more hours to go here, and hopefully it'll be good tasting when the people get here and they start to eat it. Okay, we'll be back in another hour. Okay, here we are. It's a little past 11 o'clock, and the lamb is still turning on this on the spit here. And as you can see, I'll get a close-up here of the head. You can see it looks a lot more well-cooked than it did about an hour ago. So anyway, we've got all these strings that we've got tied around the skewers here. Seem to be pretty well intact. And
We'll ingest them.
it looks like we got another couple hours here to go, but it's getting there. And the fire's nice and hot. We've got it in the garage here out of the wind. So we're getting some good heat on this lamb. So anyway, we'll check back in another hour, and then we'll, bring,
Want a beer, Jerry?
there'll be another update as to how this is coming.
Low calorie, low.
Okay, here we are, just a little past noon. We've had a couple of beers already, and you can see the lamb is still cooking. There's a little bit of a flame coming up now in the charcoal, but it's cooking very well. I don't know, Gary, we might have to douse a little bit with water if it gets too
What
high.
it is because of the basting.
Oh,
You're
okay.
not getting the olive oil
Oh, okay.
on the fire.
All right, yeah.
As soon as I'm done, it'll go out.
Again, Gary's basting the lamb, you can see with the oregano sticks. And the basting consists of some olive oil, some seasoning, some lemon juice,
Garlic,
and garlic, and
salt, pepper.
salt and pepper. Looks like it's coming right along, and it's a little bit after noon right now. And you can see the head is cooking real well with the tongue sticking out. But anyway, that's the way it goes. So we'll be back in another hour with an update on our progress here. Here we are, it's 2 o'clock, that means hour number 6. We had to move the lamb indoors a little bit, inside the garage a little more, because it wasn't cooking fast enough. We have a deadline here of 4 o'clock, so we've got 2 hours left before we need to serve this for dinner. So we moved it indoors a little bit, put a little bit of a barricade here, folding table, just to block the wind, make sure that heat goes directly from the coals into the lamb. And it looks like, as you can see, compared to previous videos, the head is shrinking quite a bit, as well as the neck. The skin is getting a lot browner, and it's dripping a little more, which means the juices are coming out a little more. So it looks like we're going to be right on schedule. And also, I've added a few more coals to make the fire a little hotter. So hopefully we can serve this thing by 4 o'clock. We'll give you another update in about an hour. Okay, here we are, about 7.5 hours into cooking this lamb. As you can see, it's really starting to turn brown now, and it's not going to be much longer, maybe another half hour, 45 minutes. Also, as you can see, there's a little bit of a flame in the charcoals on the back end here, which is a good sign. And as those flames, heat up the skin and everything, we're looking for an internal temperature of around 160, 165. Gary, where are we at now? About 150?
150.
150, yeah. So it won't be long now before that that internal temperature gets up to 165 is what
160.
160. Okay, so we got about 10 more degrees to go.
I think so.
All right, and as you can also see, we've got it pretty well tied. By this time, a lot of these lambs pieces might start flopping around, but this one is pretty well tied, and that means that we did a very good job of tying it. So anyway, we'll check back in about another 45 minutes. By then, it should be done. Okay, you can see that the lamb is really starting to turn brown now. Got a little bit of flame on the charcoals, and we're estimating that it's going to be another maybe 10-15 minutes before we actually take it off the spit here. So I'm getting a real good close-up view of what it looks like. You can see the meat is starting to split around the back legs there. See that meat splitting? It's turning a nice golden brown, and the neck is getting thin. The eyeballs are starting to bulge, and we're pretty close now. We're pretty close. So I would say another 10-15 minutes, and we're going to take it off.
I used to buy wine out of California.
We'll be back in 15 minutes.
You're gonna have to hold it down, Jimmy. Lay across, lay on top of it.
So what we're gonna gonna do,
All right, now, yeah.
yeah, so what we're gonna do, it's not really that hot.
Are you taking a video?
It's gonna slide, I'm gonna slide it towards you, it's gonna come off of here, so it's gonna come back that way. And then once I get it off, I'm gonna lift it
Okay.
up.
Now we're taking the
Yeah, it's not hot.
lamb off the spit here,
It's not hot, so I'm gonna,
slide it toward him, and then slide it back toward Gary. Right. And we're taking it off the... Yeah, I'm doing a video. Go ahead. We're taking it off the spit here, and,
It's a video.
yeah,
Gives them a few more options.
right. We're putting it on the table here now, and we're gonna let it sit for a few minutes.
right,
About
And-
15 or 2 glasses of wine.
It's still cooking.
oh, yeah. Oh, it'll cook like that for a little while. Beautiful. Beautiful.
All right, Gary's gonna cut a little piece here now. Are you cutting the rope?
I'm gonna get this string, yeah.
All right, you want the scissors instead?
This seems to be working.
Okay, all right.
Okay, I wanna get a picture of you, okay? We'll stand by your sister.
All right, he's starting to cut the
No,
string now.
Go
It
back a
held
little bit.
pretty good through the whole,
Yeah, put your arm around. Pretend like you like him.
through the whole cooking process.
I know you do.
No, that's good.
Well, you can really taste the lemon, Gary.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
All right,
Little there, it's fat.
Oh, man, is that good?
all right, we're starting to cut it apart now, and looks pretty good. It's all pretty well done.
Out here, we'll
Don't look so gross after all.
Yeah,
No.
and we're carving a little meat off
Oh, my
the
God, is that good?
off the rib area here.
It melts in your mouth.
It does melt in your mouth, doesn't it?
You can taste the lemon and the garlic.
Right. So after
Wow. Is that good?
about
or
8.5
what?
hours, finally finished it, and that's what you get when you barbecue a lamb on Easter Sunday. Over and out.